What's good, Insomniacs? I never do videos like this. This is something new I'm trying. It's gonna be a one-time thing, bro. 250 matches. I've only been on this shit for like 5 months. I thought, why not make a guide / my opinion on dating apps type of video. I'm always getting questions like, how do you have this many matches? Let me see your profile. So I'm like, why not just make a YouTube video on it, right? So I'm gonna go through my opinions on dating apps in general, the mindset you should have when it comes to it, how to approach it, you know, literally a step-by-step guide. I'm really only on Hinge. I've tried Tinder, I've tried Bumble. Those apps are trash to me. I'm not gonna lie, that shit's ass. But yeah, this is pretty much just trying to give y'all my input, put y'all on some game, you know, get y'all some, I don't know, girls or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just help y'all out, right? Because I know my pickup lines and shit like that low-key be helping people sometimes. But me, I'm low-key on there just to troll, but at the same time, like, I do open myself to the possibility of something happening, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that being said, I'm gonna show y'all my account real quick. I'm gonna break down everything, why I put it there, my profile, all that, and then I'm gonna go into my opinions on dating apps, the mental you should have when approaching it, what to do and what not to do in terms of closing in on dates, all that shit. So, like I said, this is all free. I'm not charging anything. It is a one-time thing. It's not really my type of content to be given like a guide, but I'm gonna still help anyways. If you're new here, obviously, I do stream Hinge. I do stream myself going through the app, sending likes, pickup lines, conversations, all that type of stuff. Just so that y'all get a feel for it. Y'all see what the process is like, this and that. But I do have to make it clear, my experience will obviously be different than your guys' experience because I stream and a lot of times they be finding my streams and they feel a way about it. Yeah, obviously I am limited though, just with the mere fact that like I stream this. So like as soon as somebody finds out that I stream it, like, one of the girls that I could potentially match with or whatever, like a lot of times they stop replying or this and that. But you know what I'm saying it's not like I don't want to say rare scenarios, but like it does happen a little more than I wanted to. But that being said, ghosting still happens regardless, even if they don't or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna put y'all on game and yeah, but yeah, since it's free, you know, at least I could ask for it. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. But that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, as you can see, I do clear out my likes. I don't really like to leave it there, but I have left it to like 50 plus before. Whatever. I am on Hinge X right now. But like I said, that's because I stream now. If I'm being honest, because I stream, I bought Hinge X. If I didn't stream, I probably wouldn't even be on dating apps. But if I didn't stream, I would just use the free version, you know. But Hinge X, if you're gonna buy anything, buy Hinge X. Hinge Plus is kind of trash, you know. Hinge X does make like more, I guess, baddies on your feed or whatever. Yeah, also like whenever you like someone with Hinge X, it puts you at the top of their list. Now, being a girl on a dating app, you're getting likes after likes. The girl experience compared to a guy experience is completely different. You know, girls are getting likes every 5 seconds or so, just being like above average in terms of looks. Keep in mind too, you could be like the finest guy in the world. You know, it's not gonna, how do I say this? It's not gonna be as live as like a woman. You know, it's just like social norms. You know, a guy has to approach a girl, this and that. Okay, blah blah blah. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I clear out my likes. I'm at 4 likes right now. In terms of conversations and matches, like I said, I do have 250 matches approximately. Hidden just means conversations that are archived. I've had this app for like 5 months, bunch of numbers and shit in there. Whenever conversation is either dead, they give me the number or whatnot, or I'm just not feeling it, I just throw it in the hidden. All right, now profile review. Every time I go live, I'm getting asked for this, so I'm putting this in a YouTube video, and that's that. Okay. Not what works for me is gonna work for everyone. First things first. This is me. Common little picture. I put Santa hat. I photoshopped it on top of my original picture, and then I captioned it. I said Christmas soon, but I don't want no ho ho ho. I'm saying. One thing I'll never do again is just an old video of me. my hair bleached. Yeah, so basically I'll never bleach my hair again. For polls, I put choose our first date. I put cafe, yap sesh, and a nice view, thrifting, and we sell each other. Now, keep in mind, all of these prompts, everything is made by me. I didn't steal this from anyone. Like I said, you don't need to copy. I suggest that like you go off of who you are and what works best for you. Like, yes, you have pictures, but like prompts are like the finishing piece in terms of your profile. Like, this is what's really gonna like sell yourself to somebody, because obviously you can look good, but you gotta sell yourself in like 3 prompts basically. Anyways, so together we could be a Pinterest couple because I like Pinterest, you know, and I know a lot of girls like Pinterest, and I go for like that Pinterest aesthetic. So I'm really going for in a girl. That's like a golden ticket for me. All right, and then yeah, like I put my stats and everything. I chose to put long-term relationship, open to short. Honestly, depends on what you want to do, what you're on here for. If you want to just fuck around, you can put short. Just be honest with your intentions and shit, you know. Here I put a fit pic. It's just me literally wearing one of my favorite fits. I do get a lot of compliments on this. The cardigan people seem to like a lot. My third one, I made a VHS video. I recorded this on my camcorder. Pretty much just going for like aesthetic here. Like I said, I like Pinterest or whatever. And I said me and you plus a camcorder every day. You know what I'm saying? Get them aesthetic vibes. You could tell what I'm going for like based off my profile. Like I want that like Pinterest aesthetic. I also did my prompts like from time to time. I don't keep it the same. I do update it like I want to say every few weeks, maybe every few days. I said the one thing you should know about me is, I wish I could get a free bag of chips. Then I put in brackets, pretty weirdo. Obviously, if you don't know, this is trending on TikTok right now. I found it funny. You know what I'm saying? So if they know this, you know, it's bonus points. It's funny. I think it's funny. I think this is like my most liked prompt right now. But yeah. Anyways, another fit pic right here. I try to give off my sense of style. What I do get complimented on a lot is my style. Okay, this prompt I put because it's like the end of the year. I put the one thing I'd love to know about you is your Apple Music / Spotify Wrapped. End of the year, Spotify Wrapped is coming out, and Apple Music replays. So you know, it's a good conversation starter. Get a feel for people's music taste, whatever. Another fit pic right here. This gives more like formal vibes, I guess. I like kinda, I don't know, but just another fit pic, something calm. And then my last picture is just me in my Halloween costume, Miles Morales. And then I put Gwen. I feel like one key thing for me is like a goofy photo. I guess this would be my goofy photo because I'm in a Spider-Man costume. But like I said, the most important thing is to sell yourself to other people. Yeah, you gotta look good. Make sure you got good pictures, and make sure too that you don't come off like dry. Like give people something to work with. Give people something to make a conversation with. You know, obviously, majority of the time it's gonna be you engaging in the conversation, like you starting it because you know you're the guy or whatever. But obviously, there's those that few or handful of women that would like actually make the first step or whatever towards talking to you. You know, the ones that maybe be really interested or whatever. Now, another thing I want to say is age range. You can see my age range here. Ethnicity, I put open to all. Another key thing I need you to know, right? This is where a lot of people get fucked up. When you put on a deal breaker, for example, if I went to put, I don't know, white, this is a deal breaker, that means only white girls will see me. Like, that means nobody else will see me. It doesn't just mean who you see, it's what they see as well. Only white girls will see you. This could limit, like, your likes and shit. So if you want to maximize your visibility, I say your best thing is to have no deal breakers. You know, it'll build up your likes and you can, like, handpick who you actually want to fuck with, right? In terms of distance, I try to go for, like, I want to drive, like, over an hour to see someone, you know? But I also don't put it on deal breaker as well. Like I said, I try to make sure that like I maximize my like outreach. All right. So I've been streaming Hinge for like 5 months. I think I started in May, and I've amassed like I said around like 250 matches. A lot of people unmatch me whenever they find the streams and shit. So ideally, realistically speaking, I think if I'm being so honest, if I wasn't streaming, I 100% would be at 300 matches right now. The amount of people that unmatch me, I 100% would be at 300 matches, you know? But is what it is. Obviously, in terms of like shooting shots, I don't think I'm really gonna cover that because like most of my clips that I post on TikTok and on Instagram are me shooting shots, and even my YouTube shorts, and even some of the other YouTube videos. So I don't really need to get into that, but you can go watch all that stuff and get kind of like an idea for what I be going, like my process whenever I shoot a shot. So I mean, I could do one though. You know, for example, here I'll like go through all the photos, and if there's really like a prompt I can't work with, then I got like a reliable prompt. But I be shooting like full court shots sometimes, but like it depends on if I actually care to take it serious. You know what I'm saying? If I see something that correlates with my profile, then that's the first thing I'm going to like send a message off of. But right here, she said I'm really attracted to nerds. And obviously, you know, I have that Spider-Man photo. So I think that's like that's a little nerdy. You know what I'm saying? A little nerdy. So I would go here and be like, that's a funny, way to spell Rems. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's corny, but sometimes corny works. Okay, I'm gonna shoot that, and like I said, I'm gonna hinge EXO to send priority, like, you know, put you at the top of your legs. All right, so this is my first ever match. Yeah, I'm gonna just go through like the whole process that's in my head whenever I'm like shooting my shot. Obviously, I'll compare like my first ever match to like my most recent ones and what I would change, I guess. But basically, bro, I just liked her photo, and then I was like, not gonna lie, this pic doing something to me for real. She said something good, I hope. And I was like, yeah, something good for sure. I don't think you need him anymore. Now, this line, when I first started Hinge, bro, this line was my go-to. Anytime I would see something, like someone I wanted, and like I didn't know what to say, this would like be my backup. I would be like, I don't think you need him anymore. And the play is that I would say, I don't think you need him anymore. And then they'll be like, what? They'll be confused, like, what is he talking about? So now, out of curiosity, they're gonna match you. It's like a mind game. It's like psychology, right? Then after they match me, they'll be like, need what? Then I'll say, them other guys. I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Bag word green. That shit would work a lot. I stopped using it though. Just cause like I don't know. I didn't really feel like it was like that good, but obviously it did give me a lot of matches in my first few weeks or whatever. But yeah. Anyways, she said need what anymore? Like I said. Then I said them other guys. I'm here now. And she said, you look like you like to play. I said I wouldn't play about you. She said actions speak louder than words. And I said, so let me show you then. She said, and how are you gonna do that, sir? I said, come find out. She said, how? I said, let me take you out. She said, a stranger take me out. And then I said, obviously, let me get to know you first. And then she's like, okay, so let's get to know each other. And I said, babe, what's your number? She sent her number, right? Simple. You gotta close out with the number quick. You know what I'm saying? Try and take it off the app as fast as possible. All right, so this is one of my most recent matches. I like their photo. Sometimes, you know, I don't be saying shit when I like it. Like, sometimes I'll just send a like, you know, I feel like that's enough. And if they match me, then I'll work from there. But yeah, she said, hey. I said, hey. I said, I feel like if we lock in from now, that's enough time to spend Christmas in matching PJs. You know what I'm saying? Some light. She said, I definitely don't think you're wrong about that. I said, we can't waste any time. And then for shits and giggles, I put this in AI, but it was just basically like, you know, talking like a medieval knight. So I said, fairest one, what vision hast thou for our first outing? Should destiny grant us such a moment? She said, it shall. And then, no, but for real, you're the man here. You're supposed to make the plan. I said, you're right, my fairest maiden. Let's do Saturday for like 7 and I can put you on a tough food spot. She said, okay, I'm down. I said, let me double check and make sure I'm free and I'll let you know. I said, bet. What's your number, pretty? And then she sent me that number. Listen, guys, one thing about dating apps that you need to understand is that you need to secure the number and you need to secure a date ASAP. Every day that goes by that you don't see her is another day that someone else could get in the way. You know what I'm saying? That's why if they ever tell me to wait like 2 weeks, oh, I won't be free for like 2 weeks or that, that's enough time for someone else to get in the picture. You got to understand, you're on a dating app. Being on a dating app, you're always in competition. There's always somebody else on the phone. Just like there's always somebody else on your phone because you're on a dating app, you got other matches. You're always in competition, all right? Now, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something serious or if you're looking for something casual. If you're looking for something serious, then yes, that's even more important that you know, set up something ASAP. And if they're not going for it, that's okay. Move on to the next, bro. What I like to do is I would like to plan. If it's a weekend coming up, I would say the weekend. But honestly, like I wouldn't even knock trying to see them the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you build faster with someone when you're like in person. You know, getting a feel for each other and whatnot. You know. So like I said, it does depend on what you're aiming for with the person or whatever. But You know, especially if you want something serious, you need to do it ASAP. Now, if you don't really care and you're just trying to, you know, fuck around, catch a body and shit, you know, do your thing, then, you know, I mean, it's still important that you see them as soon as you can. Because if for whatever reason you don't see them soon and there's someone else, well, there is someone else. Like I said, you're on a dating app, there's always competition, right? It's always a roster. It's just always all that shit. Don't let them ever lie to you and be like, oh yeah, I'm not talking to anyone else. It's like, you guys are both on a dating app. You're not the only match. You're not the only match on their phone, okay? But yeah, like I said, don't like every day that goes by that you don't see them is a ticking time bomb, you know? Okay, now I want to talk about ghosting, okay? So basically, being on dating apps, you're gonna get ghosted a lot of the time, okay? Like I said, I've been ghosted. Obviously, everyone gets ghosted, all right? I have 250 matches. I'll say probably like a good chunk that obviously ghosted, and it was like a good chunk where I ghosted. This is my rule of thumb, right? If I'm messaging you and I got your number, whatever, or I'm messaging you and you take long to reply, what I like to do is this. Let's say I sent a message today, 4 p.m., right? They don't give me a reply till I don't know, like 6 p.m. the next day, done. It's done. I'm not like I don't care who you are, it's done. I'm not replying no more. You gotta have some self-respect and you gotta walk away. If they actually wanted you that bad, they would have made time for you, man. A lot of ghosting goes on in this field. You know what I'm saying? One thing you need to understand, if the thing about dating apps is if it goes wrong with one person, get a new one. Get a new one. You could have a new one the next day. All right. A lot of times though, like I said, there will be those people on the apps that are literally just there to fuck around, waste people's time and shit. I had this one match who I matched like 3 times, and like every single time I kept trying like an idiot, and they were just wasting my time. Like basically they were having fun doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't be too stuck up on one person. Like I said, as fucked up as it seems, like you got options, right? You being on a dating app, you got options. Someone else could pop up the next day. Someone else can match you the next day. Someone else can match you the same day. Someone else can match you while you're on the date. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always options. Obviously, not every single one is going to be serious, and a lot of them like to play around. And that's the reality of it, all right? I should say a lot of people are on this app to like boost their ego, you know? So you double texting, triple texting, or sending multiple replies is just feeding their ego, and they feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? They feel good that they got this type of hold on you. You know, so you gotta put your self respect first. When someone takes too long to answer, leave it. If someone's being dry or like a brick wall, leave it. Don't overextend yourself. All right. If there's one thing dating apps showed me is that you can always get rid of someone else and find someone new. You know, you don't gotta be stuck on nobody. If the vibes are with one person and things are really willing to go someplace further, then you know that's good, man. Me personally, I've never had anything like serious from this, um, like a relationship or anything. Because like I said, it's pretty much just content. I be trolling on here a lot, but I do, like I said, sometimes just try to see where things could possibly go, right? But yeah. Another thing too, when you ask for a number and they give you Instagram, or they're like, "Oh, you can have my Instagram instead," they just don't give you the number, whatever. Just leave it, bro. Like honestly, don't waste your time, bro. If someone's not willing to give you their number, I don't think they're that serious, whatever. I know a lot of people could argue like, "Oh, I don't give up my number. It's personal." This, which I get. But me personally, if they give you the IG, it's just mutual farming. It's literally just mutual farming. Um, a lot of times from my experience, like look, when I first started Hinge, anytime I'd ask for a number, they would give me like not every time. Sometimes they would give me the IG, then I would follow, and then we would never like I would message them and they would just ego me. It's just like mutual farming. A lot of times they literally would just ignore it. They just want to build up their Instagram followers. Cool, cool. Get it how you live. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I always go for the number. And if they give me the Insta, like I'll still follow it sometimes. Like if they're really bad, but like I'll never DM them. And if they DM me, then that's different. If they give me their Insta and then they DM me, then I'll actually be invested in it. But anytime they give me their IG and they want to like be mutual, whatever, like sometimes I'm open to it. But I personally wouldn't DM them. Okay, I don't DM on IG. It's either number or nothing. It's number or nothing. But yeah, anyways, I feel like I pretty much covered everything. my key takeaways is that, like I said, don't worry about getting ghosted, bro. It happens. Like I said, don't let it beat you up. There's always another girl. It's not the end of the world, okay? Number two, secure the date as soon as you can. Like as soon as you can see them, you know what I'm saying? Try and plan it. If they're not free for this day, or if they're trying to say 2 weeks, this and that. I mean, it's up to you if you want to wait, but me personally, I'm not wasting time, because any day that goes by is another day that somebody else could, bag it away from you, or what I'm saying, block your chances, right? And my final key takeaway is, like I said, sell yourself on your profile, bro. Sell yourself. It's like a brand. You gotta give people a reason to want to buy from your brand. A lot of times, the average dating app experience, you are the guy, so you have to shoot the shots. But there obviously is some bold women that actually want to take their shots with you. So don't be discouraged if you're not getting likes, okay? If you're not getting likes, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, we're in a society where guys oftentimes have to make the first move. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is, okay? Make the first move, and then go from there, Make sure the conversation's flowing, and just be yourself, man. Be yourself, and the right person's gonna fuck with you for you. If you're just trying to fuck around, obviously, you could do a little psychology tricks, play with their mind and shit. I don't advocate for it, but do your thing, man. Do your thing. Another thing I forgot to mention, don't be like the overly freaked out guy that just be, like trying to get his shit wet. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like have some composure, bro. Obviously, you gotta keep it respectful. I be having a lot of people come into my lives talking about, oh, I got banned on here, and how do I get unbanned? And it's like, bro, the only reason you could be getting banned is if you're catfishing or if you're saying some outrageous shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do say some like pretty wild stuff, but not to like not on some shit where I could get banned. I do have limits, all right. But for the most part, I try to keep it genuine, and I try to like sell myself off in like a calm way, and basically just not in a way that like could come off as like I guess like a ick to them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think the most important thing is to be yourself, especially if you're looking for like that partner, because I know a lot of people are trying to get married and shit, and a lot of people are trying to look for love in this messy ass generation. So just be yourself, man. You don't want to fake a persona. You don't want to like be someone you're not to be with someone you want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always getting questions too, like, oh, have I ever been on dates? Have I ever been on dates? Blah blah blah. Every single time I go live, yes, I've been on dates. Okay, I've been on dates. I've been on a couple, and a lot of times too, I won't lie. Like sometimes I do flake, but I'll like let them know, And a lot of people sometimes are like genuinely just there to waste your time, like set up dates knowing that they're not going there, whatever. I feel like dating apps in general have taught me a lot of self respect and made me realize where and when I should draw the line, when I should leave it alone and just do my thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep in mind too, these people are on dating apps just like you. So they don't stay stuck up on you because there's other options. And you got to realize that, like I said, there's other options. So don't get so hung up on one. All right. Another thing I forgot to mention is boost. I personally have never boosted on my account. Not once. Literally never. I wouldn't knock it. If you want to do it, do it. I personally can't really give you advice on that because, like I said, I've never done it. Yeah, like me personally, I wouldn't do it. Like I said, don't be discouraged if you're not getting likes or whatever. Just check over your settings. Put some good photos, man. Like, make sure you get your face in at least two photos where they can clearly see your face, or maybe even a video. And then, show your personality in some of them too. And like I said, prompts are like the icing on the cake to sell yourself to them. I'm gonna be honest. I do think Hinge is the best app out of all these dating apps. I did a stream on Tinder. I did a stream on Bumble, and those apps were terrible for me. I think the layout for Hinge is pretty cool. The design, it's like really clean, and it just makes sense. So I personally don't even bother with other apps anymore. I've even tried Facebook dating. It's trash. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have any questions. I'll be looking at the comments. I'll answer whatever I can. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Insomniacs!